Hello again, everybody. So this is going to be part two in my 2020 elections update series, where I just go through without a script and I look at some recent polls and I give my outlook and opinion on it. So let's get started. So first we have the Democratic primary, and I gathered the most recent polls I could find from Real Clear Politics, and the most recent ones were from Iowa, New Hampshire, California, and Pennsylvania. And as you can notice, it seems like Biden leads in nearly all of them except for a couple in New Hampshire. But he really has a commanding lead, it looks like, in Pennsylvania. He also has a surprisingly large lead in California, which is, again, surprising because we all know how left-leaning California is as a state. Also, it's interesting how he has how it's a lot closer in New Hampshire. Bernie Sanders actually has somewhat of a lead there. Bernie Sanders has a lead in a couple of the polls there, but yeah, he maintains a strong lead in Iowa too, arguably. So now for the Democratic primary part two, I have one for in general, as in not just survey of one state in general, and it looks like Biden maintains a large lead over the rest of the pack. I'm not sure who's in. It says Bernie Sanders is in second here, and Biden still has a strong lead. It's about 10, it's around 10 points over the rest of the pack, which again is surprising considering the recent controversy surrounding Biden and his affectionate, tactile, his attitude towards certain women he meets. But it seems like that's not damaging him too badly. He still maintains a strong lead. Additionally, Beto O'Rourke looks like the third most popular candidate, with Kamala Harris also arguably having that title. And these are two candidates who are somewhat different. Beto O'Rourke is, of course, a white male. Kamala Harris is a female of color. But Beto O'Rourke, most people would agree, is more to the left than Kamala Harris. So it seems that candidates who are more to the left are still gaining in popularity, as Bernie Sanders, obviously very far to the left and the second most popular candidate. So now in the general election, so this was specifically Trump versus Bernie Sanders. I couldn't find any really recent polls for Trump versus Joe Biden. I just want to get the most recent possible. So Bernie Sanders seems to have a, I wouldn't say commanding lead, but he seems to have somewhat of a lead over Donald Trump right now. It's several points, and what this can indicate is, in my opinion, that it seems like Bernie Sanders can beat Trump right now. I think that Joe Biden would have more of a lead over Donald Trump, because there's definitely some people out there who say, I'm not a fan of President Trump, but I really couldn't see myself voting for Bernie Sanders. But perhaps those people would say, yes, I would vote for Joe Biden over President Trump. And I'm sure that none of the people who would vote for Bernie Sanders over Trump would suddenly switch to Trump if this was Trump versus Joe Biden. So it seems that Joe Biden, if my logic would hold, would have a larger lead over President Trump at the moment. Now, obviously, things can change. New sources come out. Maybe Trump won't run in 2020. We obviously don't know. But this is what the election update seems to be right now. And thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. And also, I will try to be more regular about my upload schedule. I'm sorry, I've been very busy recently, but I will try to upload more in the future. Please like, subscribe, and tell your friends.